From Punjab to UP, and this is a story that is in fact kicked up a big controversy. This has got to do with the draft of UP's proposed population bill. The UP State Law Commission in its draft focuses on 2 children and provides incentives to those who will help in population control. It says only those in fact having more than 2 children will be barred from applying for a government job, and those who are already in government job will not be getting a promotion simply because they have more than 2 children. The new draft bill also is barring people from contesting elections. The State Law Commission has uploaded its draft on the official website and sought public opinion by the 19th of July. This comes a day before UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath's announcement on the new population policy tomorrow on the occasion of World Population Day. Opposition, including Congress, has fumed over the draft, calling it a poll gimmick.
ड्राफ्ट में ये व्यवस्था है कि पहली बात तो ये कि ये अधिनियम 1 साल के बाद लागू होगा। जो भी व्यक्ति जनसंख्या नीति का पालन करेगा उसको तमाम प्रकार की प्रोत्साहन दिए जाएंगे। अगर कोई सरकारी नौकरी में है तो उसको अतिरिक्त वेतन वृद्धि दी जाएगी। उसके पेंशन प्लान में सरकार का जो कंट्रीब्यूशन है वो 3% बढ़ेगा। इसके अलावा प्राधिकरण के मकान हैं, प्लॉट हैं, उनके आवंटन में वरीयता दी जाएगी। बच्चों की शिक्षा, चिकित्सा, ये सब निःशुल्क होगा और भी बहुत सी सुविधाएं हैं जो हम इसमें देने जा रहे हैं।
उत्तर प्रदेश राष्ट्र का हिस्सा है और राष्ट्र का हिस्सा है तो जब राज्य में कुछ होता है तो देश की दृष्टि से भी फायदेमंद होता है और आगे दूसरे राज्य भी उस प्रकार के कार्य करते हैं जिससे कि जनसंख्या जो बढ़ती हुई जनसंख्या है उसको नियंत्रित किया जा सके।
एक मसौदा तैयार किया गया है और वो मसौदा चूंकि जनहित के लिए हम ला रहे हैं तो जनता से इस पर सुझाव भी मांगा गया है। वो मसौदा जनता के बीच में लेकर विधि आयोग उत्तर प्रदेश का जा रहा है। इस हमारी अच्छी पहल को जनता स्वीकार करेगी तो हम इस पर कानून जरूर लाएंगे, क्योंकि ये जनहित के लिए लाया जा रहा है, प्रदेश हित के लिए लाया जा रहा है, देश हित के लिए लाया जा रहा है।
जो जनसंख्या हमारा सबसे पुरजोर हथियार था, हम सबसे युवा राष्ट्र हैं दुनिया के, हमारे यहाँ सबसे ज्यादा वर्किंग क्लास पॉपुलेशन है। हमारे देश की जनसंख्या को देखकर यहाँ बड़े बड़े लोग निवेश करने को तैयार रहते हैं, कंजम्पशन यहाँ का बढ़ा है। अब वही जनसंख्या को आपने अभिशाप बना दिया है, क्योंकि आपने शिक्षा का बजट काटा है, आपने स्वास्थ्य का बजट कम कर दिया है, आपने इस जनसंख्या को अभिशाप इसलिए बना दिया क्योंकि इनके पास नौकरी नहीं है आज करने को। तो आपका जो कर्तव्य है शिक्षा, स्वास्थ्य, रोजगार देना, वो आप दे नहीं पा रहे हैं और उल्टे डिबेट को अब आप जनसंख्या के उस पर ले जा रहे हैं।
किस प्रकार की बातचीत हुई, कौन कौन लोग इस प्रक्रिया में इन्वॉल्व हुए, उसमें कितने डेमोग्राफर थे, कैसे आपने डिकेडल रेट ऑफ ग्रोथ को देखा है, ये सारी चीजें हैं। ये उन्हें समझ में नहीं आएगी जिनका दर्शन मठ का है। मठ के आगे कुछ नहीं, मठ के पीछे कुछ नहीं।
So the draft bill is offering a series of benefits to parents undergoing sterilization as a population control measure. Let's take a look at what these benefits are. Additional increment plus exemption in government housing scheme. So that's what you're going to get if you have undertaken sterilization as a population control measure. Increase in the employer contribution in your PF in the government sector. So that is something that you're going to get an advantage of if you choose to undergo sterilization. Benefits if parents undergo sterilization, you're going to also be getting exemption in the water bill, exemption in electricity house tax, home loan in the private sector. So you are going to be getting benefits even in your dealing within the private sector. Shifting focus, a fresh split has surfaced once again within the AIADMK over induction of Sasikala in the party. A youth wing of the party in Thoothukudi district on Friday has passed a resolution demanding Sasikala to be the General Secretary. Well, this comes at a time when AIADMK district secretaries meeting was underway at the party headquarters in Chennai. Executives of all sections of the AIADMK in Thoothukudi have taken part in this meeting, and they have also in fact gone on to condemn the removal of those who had spoken to Sasikala on the phone from the AIADMK. The party has already been witnessing a dual leadership, and now Sasikala factor has once again started making news. Meanwhile, AIADMK's dual leaders, Edapadi Palaniswamy and O. Paneerselvam, have in fact maintained that Sasikala is not part of their party and those in touch with her will be removed for anti-party activities.
she doesn't remain a member of the party and she has no stake in any kind of decisions or the governance or the membership of the party. The AIDMK is a very strong opposition party in Tamil Nadu. Mr. Edappadi Palanichami, the head of the opposition, along with Mr. O. Pannirselvam, the head of the party, remain united. And I think all the MLAs, all the district secretaries, all the key stakeholders of the party remain united. I think it's all rumor mongering.
Former AIADMK Chief J. Jayalalitha's closest aide V.K. Sashikala has been evidently making it clear through her audio releases that she wants to make a comeback into the AIADMK and active politics. And latest to that, we're seeing that in Thoothukudi district in Tamil Nadu, AIADMK cadres have moved a resolution stating that they want V.K. Sashikala to be made the General Secretary of the party. This move comes at a time when already the AIADMK's dual leadership led by OPS and EPS have been taking disciplinary action against all those AIADMK cadres who are in talking terms with V.K. Sashikala. And still, with many cadres communicating with Sashikala, the big question now arises as to if the people within the party are happy with the leadership or are hoping for a change. With camera person Daniel from Chennai, this is Akshana for India Today.
Well, a shocking video from Karnataka has surfaced where D.K. Shivakumar, the state Congress chief, was seen slapping a Congress worker in Mandya. Karnataka Congress's troubleshooter was caught on camera slapping a fellow Congress worker. This after he lost his cool when the worker tried to put his arms around D.K. Shivakumar's shoulder. The video of this incident soon went viral, with the BJP hitting out at the Congress leader over his arrogant behavior. In the clip, Shivakumar is also heard saying, "I have given you the freedom. It does not mean you can do this." Well, this incident took place when Shivakumar was on his way to a hospital to visit a former Congress leader. He claimed that he lost his cool because walking with hands around his shoulder would give out the wrong message, especially given the fact that he was walking to a hospital. Talking about the COVID-19 situation, let's get you up to speed with the numbers as they stand in the country today. The active cases, the deaths and the recoveries. First, the daily new case increase in the country has put, or in fact, is as follows, is hovering around the 35,000 mark essentially. States of concern continues to be Maharashtra, Western India, number 1. Kerala again with 13,000 cases. Maharashtra's cases hovering around the 8,000 mark essentially. Tamil Nadu has got about 3,000 new cases. It's a 24-hour cycle count. Andhra Pradesh about 3,000 cases and Odisha has about 2,800 cases. But most of the cases right now in the country continue to be from Maharashtra and Kerala, and this is an area of concern is what has been said. Talking about Kerala, we've heard also from the Health Minister Veena George, who said the surge in COVID cases was expected and the state is ready to tackle this new challenge. Listen.
This is expected in this phase of pandemic in our state, because we have evolved a system where we have always tried to keep the positive cases below the medical capacity threshold, and also we have in Kerala more number of susceptible persons, so there are high chances that more people will be getting infected these days, but we are trying our best and our preventive measures are quite we have proved that our system is quite successful. That's why we have a plateau now, and this is expected. For reporting COVID death, we are following World Health Organizations and ICMR's guideline. We have not ever decided, we'll decide this death is COVID or this death is non-COVID. The state is not deciding like that. So we are following the guidelines. So we have an official list, and the state is quite open to the issue. The health department has developed a system where the first time in the country, the death is getting reported from the hospital itself in 24 hours. So, whatever the cause of the death, whether it's COVID or it's non-COVID, the doctor or the medical superintendent can have or can do a real-time entry. And that should be done in 24 hours.
There's reason to cheer because the statement is coming from the chief scientist of the World Health Organization, and she says that the data of Covaxin looks good right now. Here's why the statement is music to our ears. For those who've taken Covaxin doses and worried that it does not hold good for international travel, there could be some good news soon. In a major leg up to Covaxin, the World Health Organization has said the data submitted by Bharat Biotech looks good. Chief Scientist at the World Health Organization, Dr. Soumya Swaminathan, has said, and I quote, Covaxin's efficacy against the Delta variant of COVID-19 is a bit low. It is still not bad, while the overall efficacy is quite high. This raises hope that Covaxin could be included in World Health Organization's list of approved vaccines. The developers of India's first indigenous vaccine against COVID-19 have been pushing for Covaxin certification, which would enable it to make it to the Green Pass list. What could have impressed the World Health Organization is this. Preprint of Phase 3 trials shows Covaxin demonstrating 93.4% effectiveness against severe symptomatic COVID-19 cases and 65.2% protection against the Delta variant.
Covaxin demonstrated 78% vaccine efficacy against mild, moderate, and severe COVID-19 disease. The efficacy against severe COVID-19 disease was 93%, and also the efficacy against Delta variant is 65%.
Bharat Biotech has said it expects authorization from the World Health Organization anytime between July and September. In the meantime, the company is also working on a booster dose for the vaccine.
कोवैक्सीन की बूस्टर डोज अभी साइंटिफिक आइडिएशन स्टेज पे है। कितनी देर तक वैक्सीन की एफिकेसी लास्ट करेगी ये अभी वेल नोन नहीं है।
Covaxin is not among the listed vaccines of the World Health Organization. But this statement just gives an indication that perhaps things are moving in the right direction. This certainly is going to work wonders for Covaxin as far as perception is concerned. Also, it's going to make things easier for those people who've taken Covaxin and wish to travel outside of India. That travel is being hampered as of now. In New Delhi,